What's up, YouTube? My name is Kenny J, and this is KennyJTV. As you can tell by the title in this video, we are going to be talking about why I got into insurance versus real estate, what are the differences and what are the pros and cons in each field. Real estate is a very lucrative and important field. In my opinion, real estate is like the sister career to insurance. So I respect anybody that's in real estate. I know it's super hard to break through and be super successful, but I am really glad that I chose insurance instead of real estate. The first reason I went to insurance versus real estate is because I look at it like this. No one absolutely needs a home. You know, it's much harder to find someone that needs to buy a home opposed to someone that needs insurance. You can look down the street, you can call a family or friend, anybody that you know has some type of insurance, whether that's homeowners insurance, car insurance, life insurance, health insurance, and the list goes on. But you do need some type of insurance. So when I was working my warm market for insurance leads, a lot of people that I reached out to actually became a client of mine because they already had existing insurance and they wanted me to be their agent. Now, if I was a real estate agent, it's a little different because it's like, you don't need a home, and now on top of working your warm market, now you have to look and see, okay, who actually needs a home, who can afford a home, and who is in the market to actually buy a home, which goes into my next point about the market. A lot of my friends that are real estate agents are having a hard time finding homes for their buyers. They always say that if their client is selling the home, it's a lot easier than when their client is buying the home. So for me, no matter what the market does, if the housing market crashes or it's doing great, regardless, you're going to need insurance. So even in the pandemic, I did very well in insurance because at the end of the day, no matter what happens, you need insurance. And I feel like I'm going to say that a lot in this video, but insurance is more of an essential service, so real estate is more of what you call a luxury. Another reason that I think is really cool is for an insurance policy, 99.9% of the time, it's not a ton of paperwork you have to go through. So if Sally Sue calls me and says, Kenny, I want to get this auto policy, it's going to take me all of 10 minutes to write that policy. Opposed to if Sally Sue calls me and I'm a real estate agent and she says, hey Kenny, I want to buy this home. Now we have to go through the closing process, which can take anywhere from 30 to 45 days. And even when people are selling homes, there's multiple offers on that home. So just because you put in a great offer doesn't mean that your offer is going to be selected. But once someone says they want that insurance policy, it is what it is. It's no putting in offers. It's no bidding out the next person. That policy is yours. Another reason why I chose insurance versus real estate is as an insurance agent, you can 100% work remote. I always say in my videos that 99.9% of the deals or the clients that I gain are over the phone or on the computer. I'm hardly ever meeting with my clients face to face unless they are, really wanting to meet face to face, so they're not really tech savvy, then I would be more than happy to meet with them. But as a realtor, even in the pandemic, if your client wants to see a home, you have to drive there, you have to show them the home, and realtors always say that we don't get paid off of showing you homes. So let's say I show you 20 homes and then you say, you know what, I don't want to buy a home. You just wasted all that time and made no money off of that client. So with me, if the client wants it, great. They call me, I type it up, send it over to them, they e-sign it, and we're good to go. If they don't want it, it took me maybe 5 to 10 minutes to come up with that quote, and then if they don't want it, I can store that quote for later, and if they want to revisit it, they can. If not, it's great. I didn't lose a lot of time that I could have been working with other clients opposed to if I was showing multiple homes to one client. Another reason that I chose insurance over real estate, personally, I feel that it is super hard to break into the real estate industry. I've seen a lot of people come and go in that industry as well as insurance. Insurance is not an easy industry to be successful in, but real estate is just like, I'm selling homes. I'm selling $400,000 or $500,000 homes, $200,000 homes, and in my opinion, that's not as easy as selling a policy. Certain policies are state mandated. Homeowners insurance if you have a mortgage, auto insurance if you have a lien on the car, anything like that is state mandated. No one is making you buy a home, and as I stated before, working that warm market and just trying to find people can be a lot. One of my top reasons for not being in the real estate industry versus the insurance industry is because of residuals. So when I sell a policy, no matter what policy it is, year one, I'm getting paid commission off of that policy. As long as the policy doesn't lapse or the client does not cancel the policy, I'm still getting paid every year off that policy. So 10 years down the line, I'm still getting paid from a policy that's active that I wrote in year one. Now for homes, I researched and I looked it up and reached out to different realtors. A lot of them said, no, we don't get residuals, we sell the home and that is it. But I want to have my money and my business working for me. So the more policies that I write over time, the more residuals and the more renewals that I will get from my company. So I want to sell the home, I want to work hard as a realtor, but it's like after I sell the home, a year down the line, it's not that I don't have anything to show for it, but I'm not getting any residual income from that property opposed to me selling the policy, and every year like clockwork I'm getting those residuals. With real estate, your sales or the money that you make comes off of the inventory that you have. So I've seen or heard my friends that are buying homes and they say, my realtor said the inventory is low, so we need to wait a bit. But if Sally Sue calls me and says she wants any type of policy, it's not any inventory that I have to check with. The company that I'm writing it through will create that policy. There's never going to be a shortage of policies or anything like that. One pro that you would have to be in the real estate industry opposed to the insurance industry is the post-service sale. So what I mean by that is, for most real estate agents, I know there are some that do rental properties or they rent out or they work with apartment complexes that may be a little different. I'm not 100% sure, but most of the time when you sell the home, you're done. You know, they deal with the warranty people, the insurance people, but that's it. They don't really deal with the realtor after the home is sold. The realtor may check in on you to see how the home is going, but they're not doing any real service work. Now for insurance, especially on the property and casualty side, you're doing a lot of service after you make that sale. So if I sold a car insurance policy and then 6 months down the line, they buy a new car, I'm the one that has to switch out that car on the policy, or if they do get in an accident, I'm working with them to get that claim put in place and make sure that they're contacting the right people. Or even with renter's insurance, I see a lot where people move from different apartments and now I have to rewrite that policy for the new apartment address or the new rental home address. So there is definitely more service on the P&C side with insurance opposed to you selling a home, when once you sell it, 9 times out of 10 you're done with the sale and you're not doing any post-sales service. So for real estate agents, a lot of times you're working for your clients and you're negotiating these prices and these deals with the sellers of the home. For insurance, it's the set price. You know, you can adjust some things on their policy, lower their limits and so forth, but the price is the price. So there's really no negotiating with insurance. It's either take it or leave it. And I do appreciate that. You know, I'm not a big fan of negotiation, but that's just me. And every sales job that I've ever had, I've never had to negotiate because what I was selling was the set price. We're not trying to bargain or anything like that. And that just makes my job a lot easier, because when you're negotiating and going back and forth with the client, that can cause pushback from the client, and they may not even go with your product if they feel like you're not trying to give them the best deal. And those are the reasons why I chose insurance over real estate. Real estate is a very important, lucrative, and interesting field in my opinion. If you are in real estate, my hats go off to you because it's super hard to break into that industry. I actually look at a lot of YouTubers that are real estate agents because their life and their careers always intrigue me. If you are in real estate or you are in insurance, comment below on why you went the path you did. Did you compare the two? Did you not compare the two? Or do you even wish you went the other way? For me personally, I'm very glad I went into insurance. When I started in the insurance industry, I immediately fell in love, and I wouldn't change one thing about my journey. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. and hit that bell for my latest notifications. Again, my name is Kenny J, the insurance guru, and this is KennyJTV.